Zhu Zhonghui is one of China's 60 million disabled people. He and more than a dozen others in his village suffer from restricted growth. Determined to get a job and a better life, Zhu longed to escape to the city. By chance, he met a journalist who put him in touch with a factory employing disabled people in Chengdu. It was the start of a new life. Today, Zhu is a unit manager at the White Horse printing press. The factory produces every kind of print product: documents, tickets, books and magazines. The majority of workers are disabled. Zhu's job is quality control, and when there are deadlines to meet, his disability is an added pressure. 像干工作干起了，有时候还是从来像上楼梯那些，但2个手压到这个膝盖才慢慢个儿撑起来，但是都没对领导讲过，但是还是克服在心里，但是能够接受你就不错了。现在常年找工作是很不容易。 Director of the printing press is Chen Zeming. She's known to everyone as Mama Chen, and the factory is her life's work. In the early 1980s, the White Horse Press was a tiny state collective on the edge of collapse. It already employed some disabled people. Mrs. Chen, a staunch supporter of disability rights, saw the chance to take it over and bring in even more disabled workers.
过去的世俗观念都称为残废人，这个就是一种极大的歧视，我认为是个人权问题，不公道、不公平的问题。我看他们是一股力量。 就是缺乏组织，他们实验证明他们大有作为的。
And proved it they have. The factory's grown from little more than a shed to 3,000 square meters of workshops with some 60 modern machines. And its greatest achievement, a satisfied workforce. But these workers are the lucky ones. In many ways, the White Horse Press is a survivor from a previous era. China's rapid changeover to a market-driven economy with market-driven values has left hundreds of thousands of disabled people jobless, forced to scratch a living. New training schemes are being set up, but millions miss out and have no income at all. In towns and cities everywhere, begging is a common sight. These young people have no future. The government is now trying to force all companies to take on and train a small percentage of disabled people. But at the same time, state-run factories, struggling to make a profit, have been making workers redundant. The White Horse Press owes its survival to Mama Chen's fighting spirit.
中国有下岗，但是我们白马印刷厂，我极力的保护他们，去搞好，让企业不断的发展，让社会不断的来支持。
Monday morning at the printing press and a general meeting. A communist anthem kicks off proceedings, something of a rarity in factories these days. This morning, Mrs. Chen reminds her workers of their production targets. Just recently, they've been falling behind.
你白马印刷厂自身750万的计划，你们呢？
Over the years, the printing press has been showered with awards for its contribution to the cause of the disabled. It's a model of old-fashioned communist values, strong leadership from the top, and a commitment to caring for the workers. Mama Chen tries to create a sense of family in the factory, but it isn't easy. Cai Zhiying has been employed here for more than 10 years and supervises the work of the deaf group. She knows the problems and frustrations that can arise.
我们这个门口那一堆都是聋哑人，他在语言上不通，好多东西都造成了误会，往往有些时候就死气哑巴就发脾气，聋哑人他就发脾气，他聋哑人也是重感情的，但是呢他也毛。还有你比如说那个我们的自残人，你本来喊他做东他就做西，喊他恁个做他恁个做。你比如说那里有个漱口子，你来喊他那正直线，他给你歪七八七，他随心所欲咋个乱想乱整，所以有些时候很不容易，甚至于还刮头刮脑的，还给你戳一些事，还气得成场上哭，双颗的眼泪水，但是他还是没有灰心，他还是耐心细致的帮他们。
Xiao Xia is one of a dozen deaf employees at the factory. She's in her early 30s, and with Mama Chen's encouragement, she's worked her way up to a good position in the firm. She says that one day she'd like to manage a big supermarket like Carrefour. She knows it's just a dream. But taking on more responsibility has boosted her confidence, and she's also found herself a partner. Her husband, Xiao Feng, who's also deaf, works with a small team in one of the workshops. Initially, Xiao Xia's parents were against the marriage, but Mrs. Chen managed to win them over. Working at the factory has given the couple the means to an independent life. Between them, they can earn about £150 a month, a good wage by local standards. They've got a flat in one of Chengdu's older compounds. Once railway workers lived here, like Xiaofeng's parents. When they were given the opportunity to buy their flat, they decided to pass it on to the newlyweds. Tonight, Xiaofeng's parents have been invited to dinner. Xiaofeng's mother is delighted with her son's progress at the printing press, but fearful lest one day it's forced to close.
我就是还是有点担心，如果是他们真正下岗的话，就是等于是就有点恼火。有更好的技术，比如说你要更好的专长，等于是你才能够在这个竞争的这个经济社会才有你的一席之地。
Xiaofeng's mother is right to be concerned. Mama Chen is struggling to stay ahead of the growing competition from private firms. It's forced her to invest in a costly new colour printer that can achieve the results that her clients now expect. She does have some satisfied customers. But to make the machine pay for itself, they need to win new business.
设备到位了，进行设备更新、技术改造了，设备更新了，但是它生产量大了，产量大了。现在目前的就是业务还有缺口。那现在这个业务缺口那么大，就没办法，这是我的最大的一个愿望吧，如果这个问题不解决，就是我的一个最大的心病。如果不解决，我就觉得对不起残疾职工孩子们。
Cash flow problems or not, Mrs. Chen refuses to compromise her ideals, especially when it comes to enriching the lives of her flock. It's October the 1st, China's National Day, and a chance for a rather special treat. This is Chengdu's brand new panda theme park. Giant pandas are bred here, and massive government investment's been poured into the park with the aim of turning it into the city's top tourist attraction. But amongst all the good spirits, there's a general feeling of concern for Mrs. Chen. She's been seriously ill, and she's been talking of retirement.
我们担心的就是这一点，就是成长了以后老了的话，特别是这个接班人不好找，你培养那个接班人的话，现在的思想各方面，可能我们的老的一批这种思想那么好，现在老党员。 这个老干部也很少了。
说好玩好，听见没有？我非常热爱这项工作的，因为时间跟他们相处的时间很长，我对他们的工作、生活习惯，我都非常的了解他们。他们是一种财富，不是累赘，只要有爱心，全是。 投入到他们身上去，他们是最懂得人感情的，最富有感情的。实践证明，我们的孩子们都是在奉献，都是在自食其力的劳动者。
For today, the firm's financial problems and Mrs. Chen's retirement recede into the background. Yet the reality is that a downturn in the factory's fortunes could affect everyone's future. Xiao Feng wants to continue at the factory and learn new skills. Xiao Xia is keen to take on more administrative work. Cai Zhiying has a heart condition and relies on being able to work flexible hours. Zhu plans to stay at the factory as long as he can and use his savings to move back to his village. Since he's been at the printing press, Zhu's been sending money home regularly. His ties with his family, especially his two nieces, have strengthened. When he was young, he was ridiculed and bullied, but now he's local boy made good, and he has a dream for the future.
这个钱，像这种投资出来办个啥子贯通厂啊啥子，这个就是没得这一部分资金的，想当然是想，心里头是勇气大，就是没得这部分资金的，就是。 看有没得商家在这儿来或者办厂啊，这些就最好。我大我还可以干得了起，反正还打算是有几片实得下不。
Kina er verdens største marked. Et land, der ikke længere nøjes med at fremstille billige kopiprodukter, men konkurrerer på både teknologi og kapital. Med et enkelt klik kan du komme tættere på det nye Kina og dykke ned i deres historie og skikke. Bliv klogere på riget i midten. Klik ind på dr.dk/Kina.